No, it doesn't disturb you or annoy you. Big, clean painting. Nothing controversial, nothing out of line. Bright, like one of those cheerful portraits that I paint. It's interesting and well painted, well composed and slick and smooth, but it doesn't mean one single blessed thing. Oh, let it go. If any lady or
Original multivitamin. Grass-fed beef liver. Pure, no fillers, and over 8.
Hello you guys, welcome in to my channel. This is Oracle Wise Living. I am Oracle Callie, bringing you your Oracle messages and tarot downloads. Welcome in. Okay, thank you to my subscribers, the ones who are returning. Know that this message is meant for whoever it's meant for. There's no specific person or title currently to my message, so please make sure to hit that like button, as well as be a subscriber if you would like a reading from me. My mini readings are currently $11, as well as my general readings are $22. So be sure to get your own personal reading from me. Like I said, this is whoever it's meant for. It's probably going to come out scattered, you guys. Just take what resonates and leave what does not. Okay? I hope you're all doing well wherever you're at. We are officially in the month of March. Welcome in, you guys. Make sure to hit that like button, please, and be a subscriber if you would like me to pull some cards. Okay, what needs to be known, shown, seen, or heard for my current viewers, listeners, for the highest grade of good of all? Something here about letting go of past people's possessions, things that no longer serve you is very significant here. Let's see. It's not really showing up, guys. My lighting sucks right now. My other lights are dead, so. Yeah, there's something here about focusing on that future. Welcome in. Hello, Liam. Welcome in. I'm definitely getting a lot of water energy off of this. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio could be very significant. Yeah, something here about growing up and leaving home, whatever that means for you, right? At the bottom of the deck, guys, we have that Empress gracing us with her beauty. This could definitely be you, even if you are a masculine, okay? This is talking about being that nurturing, creative, maybe even enhancing your home, your beauty regime. Yes, guys, I lightened my hair. Yeah. I used to be like I used to wear a platinum blonde a lot in my younger days, so I went back platinum blonde. It's always been who I am, you know. I've always wore blonde hair, so I'm back on it. I'm back on the blonde side of things. Let's see. I like that the Six of Cups energy is focusing on the future. Yes, moving forward. We have the Ace of Wands coming out here, so definitely something could be happening within the next day or very soon. Okay. There's something here about maybe some traveling, getting in the game. There's definitely going to be some kind of inspiration. I love seeing this energy coming out here, especially at the beginning of the week. somebody could be taking some kind of new initiative. I'm getting finding a new passion. I love that. This is definitely the season to do that, right? Spring, planting them seeds so something can manifest, right? Something can enhance, something can grow, right? Let's see what else, guys. I'm getting a lot of Sag, Leo, and Aries popping out here with this Ace of Wands. Physically starting something new. Maybe even I'm getting, maybe somebody's exercising. Maybe somebody's starting some kind of new regime, you know, or regimen. There could be some kind of urgency coming in too. Somebody's going to be accepting a challenge. I love that. Love that, especially right now. Wow. Okay, we got that Two of Wands popping out here. Two of Wands. Grass is always greener on the other side, right? Especially when you're in a situation and you think you figured it out, or it's almost like, I wonder what's good about that, being over there on their side, you know? Maybe I could go over there for a little bit and see, you know, because it's better than what I got going on over here. So let me go over there and see what's up with them. There's something about that. Don't take things for granted as well. I'm talking about people, jobs, things, family, situations, communities. There's something about that, guys. You know, and I'm right here with you on this. There's something here as well about having some kind of options. Maybe you're looking at your other options. Maybe you're looking at your paths forward. What paths you got going forward? No, I'm reading energies. This isn't magic, babe. Thank you for asking that. That's a great question. This could definitely be about deciding to stay or go in a situation. There's something here about somebody dealing with some kind of immigration, possibly. I don't know what that's about, guys. I love that. You know, zeros represent the feminine energy. Ones represent the masculine energy. That's for someone. Should I stay or should I go? But I really got to know. Somebody's very restless, maybe. I have I feel like a lot of good energy around me right now. Maybe you feel that way as well. Maybe somebody's waiting on something. Waiting it out, right? I feel like whoever I'm speaking to, time is your friend right now. Time is our friend. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what's up with my energy, guys. It's like, boom, feels good right now. I have like a lot of energy. I did drink 2 cups of coffee, so okay. There's something here as well about Queen of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn energy. This could be a feminine or masculine, focusing on bringing in that financial success, that financial abundance. I love that energy. This is divine feminine energy, though. It could be a masculine and feminine energy, or you could be a feminine Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. If you're not, leave it for someone else, guys, okay? There's something about being concerned with the welfare of others. I can definitely relate to that as well. That's what these messages are for. They're supposed to give you some kind of intuitive insight or help you connect with your own intuition. Okay? That's what they're for. It's not some woo-woo or anything like that. It's like these messages are meant to help you connect with your own intuition, you know? And if they don't, it's gonna help you in some kind of way to like, it's like planting a seed, you know, to invest in your own spiritual path or either your own self-development, whether that's working through some kind of traumas or some kind of mental issues, emotional issues, financial issues. You know, that's what this channel's for. But I do currently offer mini readings, and I'm also offering full readings. And the way I do that is I read the cards, I pull the cards. I can do Celtic spreads as well. I like to make up people's own spreads too. It's been a minute since I did that, but last month, in February, I did. So I'm grateful for that. But I'm only doing readings, mini for 11 and 22 for full. Okay. So let's see what this is. This Queen of Pentacles is definitely looking at these two paths. Some kind of anticipation. Maybe this Queen of Pentacles is like, I don't know. This Queen of Pentacles is very somebody who has common sense. Okay? Most definitely. The Queen of Pentacles that I'm looking at, the one I'm picking up on, this Queen of Pentacles has a lot of common sense. Very nurturing and loving, right? I'm getting it. Maybe even somebody's a nurse, possibly, with the Queen of Pentacles. I'm also getting that there's a lot of like nurturing energy. I'm just loving it, guys. Like, I'm seriously, I'm loving the energy. You know, let's appreciate it and love it while it's here. You know what I'm saying? Definitely concerned with the welfare of others. Okay, I like that. Okay, there's something here as well. Wheel of Fortune energy. You know, I'm gonna say it again, guys. Like the past 2 days, I think it was yesterday. I got something about Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Harness the horse, they all jump on, and that is a black net, Poster Netter or Netter Poster like nursery rhyme back in the day, and it's very significant for someone. You know, maybe you were taught that, or yeah. But I also get a lot of different things. I get a lot of different spiritual paths off of that, not just evangelism. I get a lot of different spiritual paths off the tarot in general. Spiritually, religious, I feel like they're all tied into tarot in some way. It's not just one thing or another. I mean, I see it in a multi-dimensional way. Okay? And I mean, that helps you get, when you can see things in multi-dimensional ways, there's so many more options and avenues that open up to you. That's just how it is. You know, you got to get past that fear. That's for someone as well. There's something here about cycles of life. Maybe you're going to be going into some kind of new cycle of life. Maybe motherhood, fatherhood. Maybe you're going to be moving out on your own. There's some kind of good luck, destiny. There's something here about making decisive moments with the Wheel of Fortune. Okay? You're going to be making some kind of decisive moments. I ride the wave of life. You know, that's a good motto to have with the Wheel of Fortune. Ride the waves of life. You know, embrace the good and know that the bad things that come through are lessons, and they will have blessings in them. We have to look deeper through those lessons, right? To see what the blessings are. There's something here as well about some kind of taking chance on somebody or something. Maybe somebody's going to be taking a chance on moving, I'm getting. Somebody's also going to be, I'm getting a lot of feminine energy. Some feminine energy is fixing to take a chance on something. Let's get some more on this. I see this feminine energy has let go of some kind of past situation as well with the Six of Cups reverse. I'm picking up a lot of different stories, guys, off of this. We got the High Priestess in the upright as well. Okay. Liam, how do you have too much information? Abortion that by, I don't understand. I guess this looks like spam. Mystery, intuition, inner knowing, self-trust. There's something here as well about there's something yet to be revealed. Should I stay or should I go? Discovering your truth is significant, okay? for someone as well. I'm getting a lot of Cancer energy off the High Priestess. I feel like this Queen of Pentacles is also going to, whoever this Queen of Pentacles is going to take the path less traveled. And they're going to be working on their intuition more. They're going to be working on their spiritual intuition, their spiritual knowledge, you know, like esotericism maybe, or occultism. I mean, hermeticism. There's just so many, right? Gnosticism. It's important not to get swept up in them either. Like, not to, bye, Liam. Thank you for being here. It's important to not get swept up into like every little path as well. Not to look at it as like going down a rabbit hole, even though that's kind of like what it is. But even saying that is kind of like putting the label on it, right? Carve your own path. Carve your own way. That's another thing. Use loving and kindness and compassion and grace whenever you're doing that as well. And if you feel like something's not right, then move away from it, okay? Protecting your psyche is the most important thing, because people's psyches do break, right? There's something about that as well. I like that there's emotional stability with the High Priestess in the upright there. Hey, what else needs to be known, shown, seen, or heard for my collective? Okay, intuition's on point. Maybe you're going to be working with a team or a group with your ability. Maybe you're somebody who's developing your intuition or your psychic abilities as well, like myself. There's something here about your intuition, emotional support, some kind of love and comfort. And I like that there's a Three of Pentacles here. You could be working with somebody, rightfully so, right? If you've earned those titles and badges, use them. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, show your skills in some kind of way. I feel like there's an apprentice, some kind of apprenticeship coming in, maybe internship for someone as well. Collaboration within the next 3 months could be significant. Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn again. Somebody's going to get some kind of achievement, rewards, some kind of certificate is what I'm getting. Maybe a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. That's what I'm getting, guys. Within the next 3 months. Yeah. So because of some kind of dedication and quality. That's way too many. My cards are starting to stick. They get sticky. Hello, welcome in, Keon. Welcome in. Make sure to hit that like button, guys. Somebody has got a fear of moving on. There's something here about somebody's clinginess or stagnation. Somebody's got some kind of indecision. It's like, you want to stay in a bad situation, or do you want to move on to calmer waters or calmer grounds? That's what you need to think about. You know, people get comfortable in the chaos or the bullshit. You know, people get comfortable in that shit and they tend to stay. And then there's other people who things pop up, and then people are needed in different ways, different situations. You know, that's another thing for somebody else as well. Okay. I transmute all negative energies for positive love and abundance. Know that any negative energy that's sent to me, my collective, my channel, to jeopardize my growth, is going to be transmuted for positive love and abundance. We are divinely protected. No weapon formed against us will prosper. And that's so it is. So shall it be. Yeah, somebody's definitely been bullied here. Somebody's definitely being bullied. Somebody could be dealing with some kind of low self-esteem, lack of confidence, or feeling inadequate in some kind of way. Transmute that shit. Work on affirmations of self-love. You know what I'm saying? You have to fight that shit back, especially like if you have people around you that are casting things on you, their projections, their opinions. You know, it's easy to just like nod your head and agree. But when you're being true to yourself, you have to like actually take that into consideration, take that into mind that just because, you know, you want to keep peace, you don't have to necessarily agree with somebody, right? Sometimes it's better to just walk away, you know, and if they have a problem with that or they want to say something negative about you, then that's on them. You know, that's their karma they're creating, you know? That's just how it goes. Thank you guys for my genuine supporters. I love you guys for real. I know my channel is going to continue to grow, and I'm grateful. I'm grateful for you guys. I'll be live when I get my master's in my psychology, so I can be I can do what I'm supposed to do, you know, be a licensed counselor. I would love to do that, you know. So yeah. On my way to the top. On my way to the top. Hello, Maya. Hello. Hello. It's been a while since I've seen you. Thank you for being here. Yes, okay. Yeah, we're not going to worry about whatever betrayals or there's some kind of manipulation or people trying to win at all costs. There could be some kind of underlying resentment. Okay, that's just, you know what resentment is? It's like, resentment happens when you overgive or underdo for someone, right? It can go either way. People can resent you for not being there, and then people can resent you for, you know, you doing too much, you know, not in a weird way. That's just how it goes. There's many reasons why people get resentment, you know, but that is unhealed energy, unhealed traumas. You know, that's what I like to say, because we then have to take that energy and move that energy through our body in some kind of way, physically, mentally. I mean, it shows up physically, mentally, emotionally, financially, if we don't move those energies, right? And I'm one to speak about this because I'm going through this myself. Like, I'm going through this transformation period, okay? And I have been slowly but gradually. I haven't given up on myself. Even though there's bad days, you know, I don't give up on myself. And I'm grateful to be here, to be able to even speak about this, because I suffer from agoraphobia. I went through a lot of things, addictions. I mean, there was so many different things, trauma, my mental health, anxiety, depression. There's just so many things, you know. But I'm not claiming everything. That's not my purpose. You know, there's just things, and that's why I can be here, you know. I've had a lot of, and I'm a lot of introspection. Every day is a new day, though, right? For us to work through these things. And I'm grateful to be able to say that, you know, to be able to come on here and have a positive energy and a positive mindset, you know, because I do have bad days. I'm not going to lie about that. But I don't like that. There's somebody here who has definitely been bullied with the strength reverse, because somebody could have taken a different path than the norm, like what society or the communities or whatever take. Maybe somebody's different, you know, and that's why they get bullied. Maybe that's what's up. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like people are playing into whatever this person is, this bully. You know, they feel like they have like all these swords or whatever. I feel like they're walking away from them in some kind of way. Please do. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't take somebody's trauma. Don't take somebody's, like, if you feel like somebody, don't do that. Get some earphones like I do. And like tune out, you know, because we could be picking up on people's televisions. We could be picking up on, especially if you're in a close-knit community, you know, you can be picking up on all sorts of different things. Sound travels. Sound never dies. That's another thing. Okay? But we don't need to freak out about that. Okay? We need to keep ourselves grounded. You know? Because truly, everybody is being watched right now. Everybody. Like, we all have televisions, we all have phones, we all have internet. Like, it's a no-brainer. You know, nobody needs to freak out about that. Somebody could be dealing with addictions, guys, right now. And I'm not judging anybody on that. I personally am not. I don't condone that kind of energies either. I don't condone any addictions or anything like that. Substances to replace, you know, your mental health. I don't agree with that. There's something about that. Now, in my 20s, I struggled with that as well. I struggled with addictions. But I'm thankful to, hello, welcome in. I'm thankful that when my 30s come through, like, I was going through this spiritual transformation, and I was pretty much isolating myself from everything. And that helped. And then I started putting on meditations. I started putting on different things. That's what I did. I got myself away from that situation. You know, I didn't go to rehab or anything, but I have been. When I was in my teens, I went, but for different scenarios. But it was just like a lifelong thing. But yeah, I did. I went when I was 19, and yeah, after I totaled out a vehicle, sure did. But yeah, I'm grateful. And I don't know. My marriage failed. I was married. My marriage went through the ringer. But addictions tore that person that I was with apart, away from me as well. Addictions did. Like, they totally didn't even think the same way anymore. And then when people know that about you, like, they look down on you, or they think you're going to be a certain way. I had people telling me that once I was one way, I'd always be one way. They taught me that they are in the past. Too bad that they can't come along with my growth. You know what I'm saying? And rise with me, because they wanted to put a negative label on me. They're already writing their fate out. You know what I'm saying? They're writing their fate out. You know what I'm saying? Just know that. If you're dealing with that and people are putting labels on you saying you'll always be that person, you'll always do this, you'll always do that, totally reframe your mind. Totally block that shit out. I don't care if they're a neighbor, if they're your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, your cousin, somebody that, I don't care. Block them out. Because that's when you find out that they're oppositions. And then in the long run, though, you find out that your oppositions, though, are needing you to guide them in a way. You find that out as well. Like, people I thought that had it out for me, little did they know that they're going to be looking up to me and being guided by me and watching me in some kind of way. And they think that they're here to help me in some kind of way. Vice versa, though, right? We're vice versa. We're all in this together, you know? There's something about that, guys. Don't take people, places, situations for granted. And if you have displaced energy, if you gossip, if you get off on that, on somebody else's downfall, that's like, it reminds me of like the celebrity crap, you know what I'm saying? There's something about that. Use that energy to build something, create something positive. You know what I'm saying? Make your own positive channel. Try to uplift somebody, you know? Okay, we have that Nine of Pentacles. We have the Fool card. And we also have, okay, somebody's gossiping about somebody being foolish or being naive or immature. I'm getting a lot of that energy. I'll transmute that shit. And I'm glad that I have raised up my mental space and my emotional space for myself, my self-love, to not be able to fall into those psychic attack things. You know what I'm saying? but I've definitely been there, and I totally can relate to people who have. And if you ever feel that you've been through that kind of situation, you can definitely anytime reach out to me, and I will help you get through that shit, because I have dealt with that. No, you're not crazy. No, nothing is wrong with you. There's something wrong with people who are calling those people crazy because they can't compute and understand what to say or how to think outside of themselves, outside of their own living. Or maybe they've been called crazy and they want to cast it out on somebody else, you know? That's what keeps shit and keeps people in the same thing when you cast out negative things onto people. It keeps people in the same dynamic. That is not going to help anybody. Sound never dies. Sound travels. Sound never dies. So where do you think your voice and your sound is going? When they say boomerang and things will catch up to you, boy, they will. And that's why whenever I speak things, I speak the truth. Or I transmute that energy, especially. And sometimes, call your energy back to you. You know what I'm saying? Because we are human. We're not perfect, right? We can ask for forgiveness for ourselves, for those that we offended or hurt, and we can transmute that energy. But, everybody has their own time, space, whatever. And not everybody is going to forgive you instantly. Some people hold resentment. Some people hold grudges for years and years and years, right? I know I've been one. There's something here about Three of Cups energy. Some kind of celebration coming up for someone, maybe within the next 3 months as well. There's something here as well about maybe somebody's going to have a wedding, baby shower. I'm getting a single female. Reason I said that is because, let me see. It says it right here. BABYSHOWER. Baby shower. Graduation even. Some kind of emotional fulfillment. Somebody's going to be celebrating. Look at all that fruit and vegetables. I've been craving fruit and vegetables. That is what I've been craving. I'm not wanting meat. I don't want no meat. I want some fruit and vegetables. Okay. I'm smart though. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to turn down something that's very nice or fine. You get me? I'm smart. I'm smarter than I give myself credit for. But you are your environment, right? But I also believe that a good leader is going to be positive even in detriment, and everybody heals at their own time. I have a purpose, you know what I'm saying? And I'm still going through, I'm going through life. This is my life. So what's meant for me, positive things will come through. Positive things, that's confirmation. My true love's still out there. Okay. So I'm trying to embrace the fact that I'm spending more time with my mom and my dad right now, and they're older. So I'm enjoying that, because they're not going to be here forever. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm 36. I mean, if I was going to have a child, it might happen on a wishful blue moon, right? It could, that it could be a thing in the future, but I'm not dead set on it. I'm not like, oh my God, I got to go, No. I've been great. I've been freaking perfectly fine for years, for like 5 years. Wait, what year is it? 2026? Yeah. Okay. I've been great celibate. Okay. I've been channeling my libido into creative things, building a brand, building a business. That's how I do. That's what I'm saying. Okay, let's see what else, guys. I feel like this Nine of Pentacles energy, feminine or masculine energy, it's definitely got some kind of collecting on investments, possibly. I get with this pentacle. Hello, NGD Mining. Now you have me. When are we going to dinner? I ate today. I ate some Arby's today with my dad. I took him to Arby's. I'm glad I get to do that. You know what I'm saying? I took him to Arby's because I mean, there's a lot of times I don't have money. You know, I do not have finances or anything like that, and I rely a lot on them. So I'm glad I have the money right now to do that. Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. I go with the flow. You know what I'm saying? Like, I go with the flow. Yes. I feel you. Okay. Soon, yeah. It's hard. Yeah, it is hard. Know that you do not have to be in an abusive situation, but I totally understand. I felt like I had to as well, especially whenever you're married to someone. That's a binding contract, and you really, you know what I'm saying? It was wild. Like, it was definitely an experience, and I would not recommend it for anyone. The way my relationship went, it was totally weird and messed up, but there was many great times and great experiences. But at the same time, I think back on it and I'm like, was he for real though? Like, to be able to treat me that way, and the things that I know, like somebody who cares about you does not treat you that way. And me going through addictions and things of that nature, and so was that person. Like, I knew, like, if I had those bad feelings, like I felt like bad or whatever, like, and they kept doing this stuff, like, no, I know they didn't. That's not who I want to be with. I want, you know, that wasn't right. That's not right. So you do not have to go through any kind of abusive situation. You don't have to wait it out. It takes more guts. It shows that you care when you walk the fuck away from a situation, okay? Especially if it's hurting you, if it's draining you, taking from you and not giving back. You know, yeah, sometimes in marriages or relationships too, but you can, you know, it's supposed to be equal give and take, right? But sometimes it's not. Sometimes somebody gives more than the other and vice versa. Emotionally, mentally, physically, financially, that's how it works. You know, we're not always like robots, you know, we're humans. But I feel like it shouldn't be that bad. It shouldn't be that hard. You shouldn't have to overthink things. You shouldn't have to overanalyze it, compensate. And you should not be the only one trying to work through things. That person, that partner should be right there with you, working through them things as well, right? You should be on the same path. And if not, then there's got to be some kind of equality. There's got to be something that brings you guys together, whether that be hobbies, things you like to do. You know, there's got to be something healthy that brings a positive relationship together. And it has to be something that you're wanting to do, not being pushed to do, you know? You have to bloom to be a pretty rose by... Well, you know what I say about that? Every rose has its thorns, right? And it's just how you look at it. Why? It feels like that person was pushing you away because they wanted some kind of freedom. That's what it feels like. nobody should ever make you feel bad or negative in a way. But relationships, they come into our past for us to learn something from, you know? Some kind, we either learn, we're giving, receiving something, right? And it's beautiful if there's like reciprocity, like equality. Isn't that beautiful? There's something about like a waterfall. I mean, I'm seeing like a waterfall. I'm getting like clairvoyant visions right now. I'm seeing like a waterfall. Yeah, that's something totally different. Sometimes I get clairaudient messages, but it's usually a lot of positive energy. You know what I'm saying? Like it'd be like downloads to tell you guys or something, and then like it'd come on TV, or I'll see it through the grapevine on TV. That's what's pretty cool about being clairaudient and clairvoyant, you know? But it's not like some weird shit. Like, I don't have nobody sitting here telling me what to do and shit like that. It ain't nothing like that. I'm smart enough to be able to recognize that shit, you know? Household I live in, not heard of. Oh, okay. I feel you. Well, I'm sending you healing, love, and light. I hope it clears up for you, and there's a lot of tranquility and peaceful energy surrounding you. Okay. Maybe meditation could be very positive for you, Maya. Maybe. Like I'm saying, like get you some earplugs, like the kind that sound resistant. I got some that it's like HCH sound background noise. It blocks it out. I hit a button and it blocks it out. But I can still hear like my TV, but I don't hear like the fan running or people's. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I enjoy that shit. Because I mean, I grew up on a farm. I grew up in the country. And I mean, I live in a small community now. But I'm not going to be here forever. You know what I'm saying? I'm only going to be here. I'm here to be closer to my parents right now. And I'm enjoying this time, and, you know, to be able to branch out on my own and be independent on my own as well, you know, because I made the mistake of being in a relationship super young, and I was in unhealthy situations, and this is like my rebirth in a way. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, my rebirth. Like the scorpion rising from the ashes in a way. So I'm grateful for everybody on here, you know? Hello, Mark. Welcome in. It's good to see you back. Welcome back. Yes, spiritual awakening, Scorpio. Yes. That's what I'm super grateful for that. Yeah. Because if I didn't have that space, I would have been on the street for real. I would have been on the street trying to make it. You know what I'm saying? That's for real. Like trying to figure it out. But I've also know that I'm supposed to be where I'm at because I have a lot of things that I'm supposed to be doing in the future, positive things. Yeah. Yes, we grew. Yes. And I feel like 2018 was really when I got hit. Like, really. There was people, I mean, everybody did though. It was weird, right? A lot of people lost a lot of people, right? And then 2020, COVID, everything. Home, I got displaced, all sorts of shit. Then addictions broke out, okay, on my end, and my husband's end at the time. But I think now that they were already involved in some kind of addictions before I even was married, because my extended family, I don't know. I don't want to get into that, but it's just like I don't want to believe all that. You know what I'm saying? I want to believe that I had a good life and all that kind of stuff too, you know. But it's sad. You grieve that shit. The things that you thought that you were going to have, you grieve that shit. And come to find out, they had a totally different outlook on the things than I did. That was what was wild. Super wild. There's something here about investments in some kind of property. It was all a catalyst. Yeah. Yes, I see that now. That's why I'm grateful for that now. But had I not been as strong as I was, I probably would have ended myself. You know what I'm saying? I probably would have. There was many times when I didn't think I could make it on this earth anymore. You know? Because I didn't want to be a burden, right? Many, many times. There's something here about a thriving business and collecting on investments with the Nine of Pentacles as well. Could be speaking to a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, or somebody that is a good listener, good with emotional issues. Could be a counselor, psychic, spiritual advisor, or a counselor, right? Whichever path. You know, you can be both. Hell, I'm in psychology now, and that's what I want to do. And I'm also doing this. I'm being a spiritual advisor as well. So who said you can't do it? You know what I'm saying? Who said? Nobody said. Well, people will say that you can't, but you just do it anyway. Do what you love. When you do what you love, it's not work, right? It's not work anymore when you're doing what you love. You know? That's what I'm saying. Lack of success and stagnation. Somebody could be there could be some kind of block here. Somebody's blocked. There's something here about equal give and take and finding the mental strength to continue. Yeah. Okay. I feel like that's another storyline, guys. I like that this Six of Pentacles, we've been talking about this a lot, right? The equal give and take, like giving and receiving. You know, there's something here about somebody's supposed to be getting equal give and take, but one person's giving and the other person's being judged. I know I've been forking out money lately. Okay, there's something here as well about that. Somebody's being judged while the other person that needs to be judged is getting fed. Oh. Transmute. That's all you got to say. You don't have to sit there and say, that person did this. That person does that. That person's this way. She is this way. He is that way. Crazy man. Crazy woman. Crazy girl. Crazy boy. Da 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 da. You don't have to do that shit. You can say, transmute that energy. Transmute that energy. I'm safe. I'm right where I'm supposed to be. Everybody has their own path. I'm safe. I'm right where I'm supposed to be. Reiterate that negative energy. I don't know, guys. That's for somebody. Okay. I have to like banish that shit. I pick it up. I've crossed paths with a lot of weird people though. A lot of like manic people. I've seen a lot of like people going through it. I've seen a lot of the good things in those people though. The ones I've seen that were messed up. The ones that I've seen a lot of good things in them that they think that I didn't see. So they need to not fear. They need to not worry about me. It's almost 5:55. 5:55. Oh, I got something in my eye today. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it. I have no idea, guys. That was like a 90s thing. I was born in 89, but I grew up in the 90s, right? I'm an 80s baby, but I grew up in the 90s. So I don't know. So I remember hearing, I was never into like the Backstreet Boys and NSYNC, but I know the music, right? I was a Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, Three Doors Down, Nickelback, things like that, right? But my uncle that I was super close with, not the one that was a pedophile, my uncle though, he was like really into music as well, and he brought that artistic side out of me, and always encouraged me to dance and stuff like that, you know, which I'm grateful for, because I didn't have nobody paid attention when I was a kid. Yeah, I was left alone a lot. So, but I don't want nobody to have sympathy or nothing like. I'm not asking for that shit. That's not what I'm here for. I don't want nobody to feel sorry for me and shit. I'm here to try to lead, to show people how to be strong, right? To connect with their own intuition, you know? And I feel like the universe is going to bring in the things that I need financially, you know, emotionally, mentally, you know? I truly believe that. I mean, I'm not financially stable right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm offering readings right now because I need the income. I need some money. You know what I'm saying? But I also want to contribute to society. You know, that's why I try to give people enlightened messages. You know what I'm saying? And give them what they need to know. What I feel they need to know, right? Because I do feel like we're all connected in some kind of way. And I feel like I would rather bring a healing message to someone rather than a karmic, toxic, out there message to throw somebody smoke and mirrors or make illusions. I don't want that. I'm not for Delulu. I'm for Tralulu, right? Tralulu, not Delulu. Right? I don't know. That's for somebody. That's for somebody, guys. Judgment when I said that, right? In the upright. I like that. True Lulu. Trululu. True Lulu, not Delulu. Okay. Is that on a movie or something, guys? I like to move it. No, I like to have fun. I like a good laugh. Okay. I like a good laugh and I like to be funny. You know? But not all the time. You know. I'd like to do that as well. I'd like to go to a comedy show. $5:55, guys, on the clock tonight. Fives, guys. 5:55. 5:55. Okay, we have the Magician. Woo-woo, number 1 coming out. Femme or masculine. There's something here about moving between worlds as well. You see that infinity symbol on top of his head? There is something definitely about that. Moving between worlds. Somebody definitely has, yes, I'm getting magic. I hear the word magic. I get it. This is definitely a lot of magic energy. This is not in the reverse where it would be black magic or whatever, gossiping, negative energies, or possibly somebody practitioner doing some hoodoo, voodoo, you know, whatever, ulu, whatever. There's so many different cultures, so many different paths, so many different ways, so many different colors, so many different things, right? But there's something here about this person is definitely very creative, taking action, standing in their power. And this could also be somebody who has the gift of the gab, able to speak with affluence or conviction in some kind of way. I also feel like this person, whoever this is manifesting their desires in a positive way. If it was not positive, guys, it would have been reversed, right? This could even, some readers even say that this is white magic. Somebody could be praying good prayers towards you, sending good vibes. But I feel like this is you, possibly, if this is you, standing in your power, you know, taking conviction and responsibility and accountability for your own life, right? Your own path, whatever that means for you, right? I like that this card, there's a lot of root energy with this card, because the red cape, I guess you could say, but they do have the pentacle, they have the cup, they have the wand. There's something here, and he's pointing to the ground, right? As above, so below, right? There's something here as well with the roses, you know, everlasting life, Mary Magdalene, catechism, the rosary. There's so many different things. You need to read whenever you're learning to read tarot. I recommend just getting the deck. Don't get the ones with the keywords on there. That's how my first deck, I didn't have words. As I went along, I would add to help me remember certain things that I wanted to remind myself about. But I recommend just getting the regular tarot so you can actually see for yourself, what do you feel? What colors do you see? What are they wearing? Their hats, their drapes, their coats, their cloaks. What are they wearing? What kind of flowers are around? What kind of animals are around? There's birds in this, I think. No, that's tulips or something. But yeah, there's a sword, a wand, but he's also holding some kind of wand in his hand, right? But you have to, like, yeah, different decks give you different inspirations. There's some things that's left out, and some of the keywords I don't relate to at all on these cards. You know, different decks are different. You know, they're not going to be the same thing. You have to use your own intuition. What do you see? What do you think? What do you feel? And how does that resonate to you? How does that piece the puzzle together? How does that piece the storyline together? Okay. Another good way to do it, I mean, there's a lot of people who make charts as well. I've done that. I've made like suits, like the wands, the cups, you know, and I put it on a piece of paper and I put it on my wall before. Another thing I did whenever my tarot class I took, I would write down each week. We had a different suit that we went through. A great one to do is Biddy Life Tarot, Biddy Life. I have a book in her deck, but I think she's in Europe. But I took a lot of different ones. I took one from her. I took one from Ethany. Ethany's Tarot. I took one from another great one is Mary and Joe on Soulful Life Revolution. She's like another great mentor of mine. She was a TV producer. There's just many, you know what I'm saying? There's just many very good teachers out there, is what I'm saying. Not the ones who just want it for the money. Okay? And that's why I like to do this, guys. I like to share what I know now, because I feel like, why else would I need this information? You know what I'm saying? Unless I could actually do something with this information. Like maybe somebody else can use this information for something positive, you know, like enlighten somebody else, you know. Okay, let's see. This is going to be my final one, unless somebody buys a reading from me. My mini readings are $11, and then my full readings are $22, guys. This is episode 5 of What You Need to Know. This could be for anybody at any given time. I'm not going to take that. I do see a King of Wands and Devil energy. Hey, what needs to be known, shown, seen, or heard for my collective here at Oracle Wise Living? Hope you guys are having an awesome day, night, evening, wherever you're at. It is beautiful today. Super sunny, guys. Yeah, I'm trying to go for like the messy looking bangs. That's what I want to go for. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to go for like the messy looking bangs. I'm going to let them grow down a little bit longer though. Okay, we have the Six of Cups, Wands here. There's some kind of recognition here. I'm getting a lot of Leo, Aries, and Sag energy. There's some kind of completion as well. Maybe even some fame, supporters. Yes, I love my supporters. Thank you guys for being here, being subscribers and liking the video and supporting this channel. You know, this is for positive well-being, good mental health. You know, it's not everybody. I have my bad days, right? We all have our bad days. But that's what this channel's about. I'm not perfect. I'm not claiming to be perfect. I'm not trying to be the limelight of anything. That's not what my path is. I'm a North Node Aquarian energy. But people would think that I was Leo probably. Yeah. I have a lot of Leo South Node, so I'm supposed to be using that to my advantage as well. So, and go figure, I used to not want to be on video. I used to not want to be, that wasn't my thing. You know what I'm saying? I'd go through different phases where I'd be online and stuff like that, and then there's no point. Especially, right? Yes, thank you so much. Thank you. Hello, Debbie. Welcome in. Welcome in. Okay. I will definitely look at your channel as well. Make sure to subscribe as well. Heck yeah, we're in this together. Support, right? I'm trying to build up my little soul tribe, my community on here. You know, our right tribes will come, right? I don't believe in coincidences at all. Some people are karmics and some people are not. You know what I just thought about? Some people are karmics and some people are dharmics. I don't know. Some people are karmic and some people are dharmics. You know what, Debbie? That's so wild. It wouldn't be right though if you didn't. You know what I'm saying? There's something here since you said that, Debbie. About the Six of Wands energy, recognition, success. So you definitely could be calling it in, right? It's coming in. Going to have some kind of goodwill, some kind of well-wishers, some kind of supporters. Do you guys know? I was watching, you know, YouTube plays my background sometimes, but there was a thing that popped up about Rainbow Bright. I feel like somebody was just like, what the fuck? Oh my God, no. What? I feel like somebody was like freaking out on me right now. But I cannot believe that I didn't know about this. But apparently she was a blonde and she had bangs and she had a horse named Starlight, right? A white horse. I have a white cat, right? I just thought it was just so funny. Just so freaking hilarious to me. It's just like made my day. Like, how can I be this old in life? Like 36 years old. How can I be 36 years old and not know about freaking Rainbow Bright? It blows my freaking mind. But apparently they made like 13 episodes, and she was like overpowered or shadowed out by Strawberry Shortcake, right? But she had like friends of every color of the rainbow. I mean, that is a fascinating thing. It would work so well in today's time and era, you know? I love that. I love the whole thing about the Rainbow Bride. So yeah, I would be so willing to play that character. Okay. Yeah. I'm dreaming, okay? Fantasizing. Yeah. There's something about that. I thought it was so darling, so cute, and just, yeah, futuristic, right? It was way ahead of its time, and it's been shadowed and phased out. Rainbow Bright. Hey, what needs to be known, shown, seen, or heard? What needs to be known, shown, seen, or heard? Okay, somebody from the past, definitely. There's a fear of moving on from somebody from the past. There's some kind of nostalgia, maybe, that you had with someone. So, something here about youthfulness, playfulness. I like that energy. I definitely feel that energy coming through here, guys. Because, you know, even though I say I'm Oracle Callie, like, I feel like we're all oracles. We can all receive information from the divine. It just depends on how in tuned you are and how heightened your senses are. It takes work and practice, you know what I'm saying, to fine-tune your own intuition, you know? We all use our intuition. It's not about a faith or anything like that, about what you believe. It's about tuning into your intuition to help you make proper decisions, to help you be fruitful in life. You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm at. I'm still growing too, you know what I'm saying? I feel like we all have the opportunity to continue to grow, no matter how old we are. There's something here as well about somebody's going to be making some kind of decision. Somebody could be having a fear of moving on from somebody. Clinging to the past. Somebody is. Yeah. Definitely somebody from the past. Somebody you have children with, or that was in your childhood, maybe. Split the deck, guys. So that string card. I'm gonna have to get me. I have to worry about bills right now. I have to help my mom. But yeah. Let me get a oracle message, guys. I like that at the bottom of the deck. It said family. Family could be very significant right now, guys. Transmute all negative energies for positive love and abundance. Bring in positive energies, okay? Transmute all negative energies, guys. That's what you say. Say it to yourself, you know what I'm saying? The power of the mind is very powerful as well. Or you can just say clear that energy. Clear that energy. And remember to thank God. Thank the universe. You right? always remember to thank the universe, our ancestors, angels that are helping us, right? Thank God. Absolutely. God, source, right? Universe. Hey, what is our Ask Your Guides Oracle message for today? What else needs to be coming out? What needs to be known, shown, seen, or heard? I have to get up from this chair, guys. Rest. See, my guides are telling me, okay, it's time to take a break. You know what I'm saying? I have to listen to that. That's what it happens. Break. Rest. Somebody needs to rest. I feel tired anyway, though. Like, real talk. Yeah, there's rest because the universe is bringing in some kind of new beginning. I love that. Thank you guys so much for the likes and the love. Thank you so much. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for the love. Thank you. Thank you guys so much. We have new beginnings. Number 11. 11. We have 11. 11. So we have 24 and 11. Let's read new beginnings first, guys. And then we will... okay, you heard it from me. You need to rest, you guys. 24 and 11. I know a lot of people around here have been overworking. They are like working so much around here. It's like springtime though, you know. Everybody's out and about. It's beautiful weather though, but I worry about people too, like overworking themselves, you know. Because who wants to be, you know, nobody wants to be down and stuff, you know. Okay, so 11. Courage, desire, intuition, initiation, and creativity. The spark of life from your divine father is igniting your imagination, stirring your creative genius, and instilling in you a strong desire to bring about change. Now is the perfect time for you to act upon your impulses and initiate new beginnings. See, I heard there was something about a new beginning with the Ace of Wands earlier in the tarot. New beginnings. I think I'm going to rewrite this. No, I don't need to do that. I'll put it in the title though. New beginnings. Now is a perfect time for you to act upon your impulses and initiate new beginnings, especially in those areas of your life that leave you presently dissatisfied. I love that we have 9/11. It's like emergency alert message. Hello. Thank you, people, for being here. Thank you, viewers. Thank you, subscribers. Thank you so much for the love, likes, genuine support. It says, trust your desire for change and ask the Divine Father to give you the courage to initiate it. Commit to your unique new ideas and start writing that book that you've been thinking about. Have you been writing a book? Have you been writing an anime, a book, recording a song? No pun intended. Okay, I have viewers. Shout out to my subscribers that do some awesome creative things. If you know, you know. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let's see. Commit to your unique new idea and start writing that book you've been thinking about. Open that business you've been secretly desiring for so long, or break the ice in a new relationship with someone you've held back from. Dun, dun, dun. Okay? Don't hesitate, don't think, and don't play it safe. Take a leap of faith and commit fully to what you really want. Your Divine Father's message is go for it. You cannot fail. Wow. New beginning. You heard it from me, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a time to take a leap of faith. If you got somebody you want to reach out to, reach out to them. Like, here it is. Something here about new beginnings. The spirit, the universe is opening up new doors for you to walk through. No closed doors here for our collective. Opening up those doors so something positive can flourish. I love that. Okay. Number 24. This is our last message for tonight. Unless somebody would like a mini reading. My mini readings, I pull 3 cards, guys. It can resonate past, present, future. It could be a situation and 2 other people. I mean, you got a question. If you want a full reading, mind, body, spirit, I can do that as well. That's usually 9 cards. And I can do a Celtic cross spread as well. There's just so many different ways, and I'm open to doing them right now. I don't know how long I'll have my readings open, but they're currently open. Okay, so 24. Rest and Holy Spirit. It's a beautiful dove there. Somebody could be sitting out in a lawn chair. It's good weather to be sitting outside, enjoying the weather. You know what I'm saying? Something about a deer, a reindeer. I always resonate. This is one of the divine goddesses, Artemis. I always resonate with her. There's something about deer, though. Okay, meditation, prayer, withdrawal, and retreat as well. Our culturally perverse notion that doing is the correct use of time and that doing nothing is a complete waste of time has indeed made us a sick society. Your overwhelming desire to back off from this whirlwind of activity and take a break, even throw in a towel altogether, is not crazy or unrealistic. Somebody needs to hear this right now. Somebody is definitely overworking themselves. Okay? It's a direct summons from the Holy Spirit to withdraw your attention from the outer world and reconnect with your soul. Your life is not to be frittered away with meaningless and unexamined activities. You came in with a purpose and specific soul intention that are being neglected. They're now knocking at the door of your attention, reminding you that you have commitments to keep. If you do not heed this call and begin to self-examine, you may enter a dark night of the soul, a time where nothing feels meaningful. So listen to the Holy Spirit and open your heart to its direction. Take lots of time to be alone and get in touch with your soul. Write in a journal, seek counseling, and pray. Allow yourself to be in direct contact with the guiding wisdom of the Holy Spirit on a daily basis. Withdrawing from the world, whether through contemplation, meditation, or even a sabbatical, is the most powerful way to use your time right now. I would love to do that. I would love to just travel without having to worry about finances and stuff. Wouldn't that be a magical world, guys? Ladies and gentlemen, would not that be a magical place? Wow. Yeah, I need to check my placements in my astrology today because I feel like my Uranus or Neptune is trining something right now. I feel super woo. Okay, in a good way. All right. The Holy Spirit is guiding you in your quiet moments. Its message is make time for yourself. Okay. I love that. So rest, you guys. Thank you so much. Hello, Michael. Welcome in. Thank you, Debbie, so much for being here. I love you guys so much. I really do. I enjoy coming on here. You make me smile. You guys bring a smile to my face. I love it. I am about to get me something to drink, guys. I'm super thirsty. Get some water. I need some bottled water here. I'm at an apartment right now, and the water system's awful. But that's something that's got to be fixed. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, be careful about some kind of judgment, guys. Be careful about some kind of judgment. So what was our numbers tonight? Our numbers are 24 and 11. So 11 could be significant. Again, 24, 6, or 2. You know, 2s are about partnership. Remember to rest. The Holy Spirit is telling you to rest tonight. All right. I love you guys. Peace, love, and light, and I'll see you guys later. Have a good night. Rest, you guys.